tired of you. What did you do now? Some guy's at my house yelling for me to come out. You're the one making this happen, aren't you? Huh? Oh. I have no idea what you're talking about. Why don't you guys try asking them what they want you for? Because they're constantly shouting out your name while knocking on the door. They're about to kick the door down or something, and it's terrifying. I don't know what it is now, but just stop bringing us to your weird arguments with others. Alright, I tell you who they are. I think I told my Monday boyfriend and a Wednesday boyfriend that your address was where my house was. I really don't know. I have so many boyfriends that I forgot which address I told each of them. Who does that? Can you check what they look like through a window or something? Is that guy blonde or does he have black hair? Neither. The dude has green hair. Who in their right mind dyes their hair green? Whoops, that's the boyfriend I dumped a week ago. I slipped up and he was about to find out about my 6 other boyfriends, so I decided to dump him. But he may have found out about the whole thing, and after we broke up then. Whoopsie! I'm sure he's starting to annoy you, so please kindly tell him to go home or something. Thank you. Why do I need to do that for you? This isn't the first time something like this happened. Stop mentioning my address to your boyfriends. Why don't you just tell them where you really live? 'Cause I'll get caught cheating if I tell them my address. Duh. What do you think is gonna happen if one boyfriend walks into me hanging out with another one at my house? Some of the guys love me so much that they try coming to my house without warning, so that's why I'm telling them that I live where your house is, so I don't have to worry about getting caught. Ugh, you're so horrid of a person that I don't even know where to start anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if I heard that you died because one of those guys stabbed you at this rate, and I totally understand why they do that to you. If a person is showing love and care towards you and accept it, then you better give it back to them. Otherwise, you'll never know who's gonna hold a grudge over you. I've never even heard a person who cheats on 7 people at the same time. Come on, don't be so stiff, sis. I know you're jealous of your beautiful little sister, but calm down. No one likes it when an ugly girl starts acting jealous. What did you just say? I mean, I hate to be the one to say this, but everyone wants to date B and no one wants to date you. So I'm doing everyone a favor and dating them. Everyone wins, right? Oh wait, you probably wouldn't understand. You've never dated a guy before, right? Ugly girls don't understand the struggle of pretty girls. You'll never understand my pain. How could you say that to your own sister? I'm sorry for taking all the beauty for both of us. I can't imagine the pain you go through having to be born ugly alongside a beautiful sister like me. You better shut up. All I want is the best for you, and this is how you repay me? I've helped you through your whole life as the older sister. How could you say those things? Say what things? I'm caring for you right now. I'm worried for you. I'm worried for you not being able to keep up with the life of the ugly one. And I feel bad for you because you'll be single and lonely for the rest of your life, and that you'll never know the sweet feeling of having someone love you. Wait, I have a great idea. Why don't I let you have one of my boyfriends? That way you'll have someone to talk to. What do you think those people are? They're like collectibles, and I currently have a bit too many to give attention to. So, I'll give you one. It's almost your 30th birthday anyways. This is my gift to you. You're insane. You should be thanking me. Now, I think a droopy, quiet guy would match you the best. What do you think? No, thank you. You're being rude to that boy and me just by saying such a thing, if you hadn't noticed yet. Oh, really? Whoops. Well, I've already made up my mind, so the closest you'll ever get to making a boyfriend is this. Just saying. I'll send you his number, so tell me if it goes well. I'll give him to you. You're welcome.
Nice to meet you. I'm sorry for the sudden message. Tori just told me that I needed to contact you out of nowhere, so Apparently, you and I are a great match, according to her.
I am so sorry for my sister. Please forgive her rudeness. She's always been a free spirit since she was a child, but that made her into a selfish girl. I'm not just sure what to do with her anymore. I'm so sorry for all this. I'm sorry.
Please, don't apologize. You've done nothing wrong.
It's partly my fault for not correcting her earlier on. Please just ignore her heartless words. It's for the better. You're free to block me as well. I'll be sure to tell her properly address all of this.
Please, calm down. I have no intention of blocking you. You seem like a kind person. I'm interested in getting to know you better. This isn't the first time we've met, by the way.
What?
Don't you remember me? From the part-time job during summer break when we were still in uni. We ran the music festival together, and I introduced myself to you.
What? I thought you were just another Carl. Really?
I'm surprised to see you again as well. I've always wanted to get to know you better.
Really?
Yeah, I'd never felt such a strong connection with someone else about music. So I was looking forward to asking for your number on the last day, but my phone broke down when I was going to ask you, and I never got the chance after that.
You dropped it at the parking lot and found it crushed, right? Everyone was shocked by how badly it was demolished.
Exactly. So I had no choice but to part ways with you without asking, and I've regretted ever since then. So I was really excited when I found out that my girlfriend was going to be introducing me to you again, even though I was kinda hurt and confused, of course.
Wow, I guess miracles do happen. Trust me, I'm as surprised as you are.
Right? Now that I finally had the chance to ask you, would you like to go have some lunch with me sometime? Let's talk about music again.
Really? Are you sure? I'm the sister of the girl who dumped you.
It's totally fine. I was reassured about how nice of a person you were when we spoke today.
Is it alright to think of this as a date?
Yes, I'd like to go on a date with you, Sherry, regardless of either of our relationships with Tori. This is just between you and me. Could you tell me if there's a day that you can spend with me? I'll make a reservation at a restaurant that I'd love to take you to right away.
Hey sis! How was the nerdy guy I introduced you a few weeks ago? Do you like him? I mean, not that I expect him to like you back though. But I'm praying the thinnest chance comes true, of course. But you're probably not talking to him anymore, are you? Ugh, what do you want now? I want to know what happened afterwards. It's like watching a show. But I mean, you probably couldn't go on talking with him since he's your sister's boyfriend, right? A hard-headed girl like you would never do such a thing. I know you're bummed out right now, but I have some good news for you. I actually decided to dump him, so you can actually have him. You're gonna dump him? Yeah, I don't need that guy anymore. As a matter of fact, I don't need any of the guys that I'm currently dating anymore. I've decided to commit to one person and date him until marriage. Really? What changed your mind? There's no way on earth that a cheater would ever just settle on one person. I found a person that I feel is worth throwing everyone away over. He's just what you'd expect from a prince. He's good looking, he's rich, and his parents are company owners. Can you believe it? I decided that he's the best person that I'll meet for the rest of my life. Therefore, I'm gonna be the most loyal, caring person to him and become his wife. Wife? You, the girl who could never stick with one guy, getting married? The world must be ending. Whatever. So now I'm contacting all of my boyfriends and telling them that I'm breaking up with them. But since I'm the greatest sister that I am, I decided that I'll let you know that you can have that nerd all yourself now. You don't have to think of him as your sister's boyfriend, so go ahead and date him. This is the closest you'll ever get to getting married yourself, so don't waste it. What did you just say? You're about to enter your 30s, so deal your cards wisely, sis. You have a nerdy, quiet, weird husband, or you have no husband. Don't you see that the choice is obvious? He's a colleague of mine at work, by the way. But all he does is listen to the instructions, and he's so boring. I couldn't find a better match for you even if I tried. How could you say that about him? He's a person who cared for you once. Please, treat him right. I'm already used to being made fun of by you, but what you just said is not right to say towards your own boyfriend. Slow down, sis. You're not his girlfriend yet. You can tell me all those things once you actually pull off dating him. As a matter of fact, say something like that once you've actually dated a guy. The only reason I was dating him because I was just a little bored anyways. I never even liked him, by the way. What? Yeah, by the looks of him, he's probably still a virgin. I've only dated him because I thought the way he was, all pure and unexperienced with love, was cute. Haha, he told me to date him with his face blushing like a tomato. So adorable. He isn't my type at all, but I decided to give him a chance since I'm the kind-hearted angel that I am. Haha. You're as heartless as a person could be if you ask me. Have you ever even thought about how he feels about this whole thing? Why would I care about a guy I'm dumping and never seeing again feels? If you feel so bad for him, then why don't you go ahead and consult him? You can go ahead and give that nerd all the love he needs. He might even consider actually dating you. What? If all goes well, you'll have the boyfriend that you've always dreamed of. Finally, at least you won't die ugly and lonely now. You know, I'm such a great sibling that sometimes I even wish I had myself for a sister. I wish you did too. That way you'd finally understand how I feel all the time. Haha, great joke. So do you want to have him or not? Of course I do. Thank you so much. Wait, really? I mean, it's kinda awkward that he's your ex, but I'd love to date him. It really is probably my only chance to find a good person to date, so I'll gladly have him. You're actually taking your little sister's leftovers as your boyfriend? The old age and ugly face has really gotten to you, sis. You'd probably date anyone at this point. Are you sure about him? He's just a quiet and skinny guy with an average paying job, you know. I think he's an amazing person. Besides, you're already breaking up with him, right? If you're not even his girlfriend anymore, then stop talking badly about him. You're not his girlfriend either, sis. Well, he's a very attractive person through my eyes, so don't talk like he isn't. Attractive? When people use the word attractive, they mean people like my new boyfriend, not your twig. My man's rich and handsome, and just perfect. Absolutely perfect. The way Carl aspires towards his dream and never lets anyone stop him is more attractive than your boyfriend's materialistic possessions. By the way, if you didn't know, he isn't just a company worker, right? He actually makes music while working in a normal job. Apparently, he's making tens of thousands every month through his commissions of the music he's made in the past. He's the one of the most hardworking and humble and respectable people I've met in my whole life. What? Tens of thousands monthly through commissions? How have I never heard of this? He never even bothered to let me know. He didn't tell you? Even though you were dating for a few months? He told me as soon as we started talking, you know. Why the hell wouldn't he tell me? He's really amazing. I've always known that he had the passions towards producing music, but there aren't many people who can really make a living out of it. I never got bored listening to his stories about his experiences with other artists and tours. Wait, what do you mean you've always known? I thought you two got to know each other through my introduction. Actually, we've met before a few years ago. He told me that he really enjoyed my company, but we never got a chance to trade our contacts and split ways. But thanks to you, we were able to meet again. What a coincidence, right? We started talking again and just clicked. We've already went out for dinner since you gave me his number, by the way. What? I'll admit that I was gradually developing feelings for him, but I've been putting a lid over my feelings since I knew that you two were dating. But you two broke up, and you've already given me permission to embrace my feelings, so I think I'll go tell him how I really feel. Oh, wait, on second thought, I'm not too sure about the whole breakup thing. Thank you so much for breaking up with him. I'll try to make the most out of this chance that you've given me. I hope the best for you and your new boyfriend too. Wish me luck! I know this is sudden, but I think I'm in love with you. Will you please be my boyfriend? What? I'm sorry for being so sudden, but I couldn't hold my feelings back anymore. Ever since we began talking to each other again, I gradually built up my feelings for you. I don't think I'll ever love a person more than you. Will you consider dating me?
I'd love to be your boyfriend. I'll do everything in my power to make you the happiest girl in the world.
Really?
Of course. I was just about to ask you. I can't believe you were feeling the same way as me. I haven't been this happy in a very long time.
This is unreal.
I've always liked you ever since we met that summer, and the only explanation to us meeting again is destiny.
Are you sure you want to date me? I was very confident that you were going to say no as soon as I asked. This is like a dream come true. I'm not nearly as pretty as Tori, and I'm not as social either, and I thought you'd be bummed out about losing her and ignore my offer.
What do you mean? You're beautiful. Definitely one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen. And in my opinion, between the two of us, I think you're prettier than your sister, Sherry.
You definitely need glasses. And you don't need to sabotage my sister to make me feel better. She is your ex after all.
Ex? Tori? Huh?
Huh? You and Tori, silly. You and Tori were dating up until like yesterday, right? That's part of why I'm so surprised about you not rejecting me. I mean, it's only normal to be bummed out after being dumped by your girlfriend, and it's totally understandable for you to say that you aren't looking for a relationship right now, so...
Whoa. Wait a minute. Who on earth told you that Tori and I were dating? Because they're lying. I have never even liked her before.
What? What do you mean you've never even liked her? You two started dating because you asked her out, right? She told me how you asked her out while reddening your face like a tomato with trembling voice. Not that I have anything against that.
I don't remember anything like that happening. If anything, I'm always avoiding her at work because of the rumors that I hear about her. Wait a minute. I actually do remember talking to her a while ago because I absolutely needed to. One of our colleagues was going to quit, so we needed to prepare a present to give him before her going away party. I asked her to come with me to shop for it since she and I are also colleagues.
Huh?
Yeah, at first I lost rock, paper, scissors and ended up having to go buy it alone. But the colleague was a girl that was friends with Tori, so I thought she'd know what to get. And I'm bad at doing fancy stuff like that, so I had no other option but to ask her to help me choose the present.
So you technically asked her out to go shopping with you, right? Maybe my sister misunderstood that you had feelings for her and asked her out for a date.
I mean, that's the only occasion I can think of where I even came close to her. But you may be onto something. Ever since the day we were going to buy the present, she began texting me outside of work in a flirty way.
If that's the case, then that might be it. How is that even possible, though? But I guess that's only good news for me. I've always thought that you and Tori were dating, so I've been avoiding my own feelings because of that. But now, I don't even have to think of you as her ex. I'm free to express my feelings.
Of course you can. Regardless of what she thought, we're just colleagues. Well, for now. I'm thinking of quitting my job at the office and pursuing my dream as a full-time musician. So we won't even be colleagues soon. Therefore, since your sister and I are merely strangers, you have absolutely nothing to worry about when dating me.
I did not expect things to turn out this way when I first asked you out, but I'm so glad they did. I love you.
I love you too. And I promise that I'll never hurt you or make you cry like the way your sister did to so many good people.
Ugh! I can't believe that guy. I hate him. I was actually planning to give him a chance. I'm the girl that every guy wants, and that's what he does to me? Ugh! What are you talking about? The guy that I was talking about broke up with me. What? You got dumped? I've never felt so humiliated in my life. I broke up with all of my boyfriends just for him, for God's sake. But he decides to dump me right after I break with all of the guys. He told me that it was my turn to be dumped for no reason. How did he know about you dumping guys for no reason? He was friends with the guy that I broke up with before. The one who came over to your house and kept knocking on your door. My new boyfriend was best friends with that green-headed brat. I can't believe him. So he started dating you just to break up with you in the same way to make you feel the pain? I didn't know there were people as ruthless as you out there. Wait, so does that mean that the green-headed guy knew about your other boyfriends? Why else would he be so pressed about getting dumped? Ugh, I can't believe this. There were doctors and lawyers and pretty good-looking guys in my list of boyfriends, but I threw all of that away and swore to myself that I'd be loyal, all for this. And now I'm blocked. I can't even reach him to sort things out. How dare he use my own tricks against me? He dumped me in the exact same way I dumped his friend. I guess he really cared about his friend. Hey, whose side are you on here? Your cute baby sister was attacked by a few guys and lost everything, and you're sympathizing towards that green-headed scumbag instead of me? You're supposed to be consulting me and cheering me up. I'm the one you should be supporting. But this was all your fault to begin with, right? What do you mean this was my fault? I see how it is. You're getting all cocky because you finally got a boyfriend, huh? Well, don't forget that your boyfriend is a hand-me-down by your little sister. You know what? I'll be taking Carl back, and you'll go back to the single ugly girl that you've been your whole life. Why would you do such a thing? Because he was mine to start with. Therefore, I have rights over him. What's so wrong about taking about what's yours? I mean, the story about his music career and the commissions is an absolute bonus though. He's definitely my first pick right now anyways.
Sorry, Tori, but the truth is that we actually weren't dating the whole time. So could you please leave us alone?
Uh-huh?
It's me, Carl, from work. We're right in the middle of a date right now, so it would be greatly appreciated if you could leave us alone.
Leave that ugly girl alone and come take me on a date right now. And what did you mean earlier? About us not actually dating the whole time?
Yeah, the idea of you and me dating was all a big misunderstanding. You thought that I was asking you to date me when I asked you to go out with me, right? Well, I was just asking you to come choose a present for your friend with me. I never liked you. And I never asked you out because of interest towards you. If anything, I hate people like you who play with the hearts and feelings of others.
What?
I'm as surprised as you to hear that you actually thought we were dating solely because I asked you to come shopping with me. You're way too full of yourself, Tori. You really shouldn't expect everyone to like you, because as you can see, that couldn't be further from the truth.
Even you're against me right now? Don't you see that I'm the one who's hurting right now? Whatever. I don't need your ugly, bony, average self to consult me. It would just make me feel even more depressed. Get rid of that inflated ego. Just because you're doing a bit well playing music, you're trying to act like you're different from others, but all guys are the same. All of the guys like pretty girls over ugly girls. I win and she loses.
Talking to you is like talking to a wall.
If you announce that you choose me over my sister right now, then I'll forgive you for all the rude things that you said up until right now, and you can be my boyfriend. I'll put you in first place and treat you with special care. I won't even make other boyfriends if you say yes right now. You'll never hear anyone more beautiful than me that they'll date you in your whole life. Be honest, you're planning on moving on to another girl once you're bored with my sister, aren't you?
Huh? I don't sense any beauty from anything about you, though. All I see is an ugly personality, and that's about it.
Are you blind?
Look, you may have had people tell you that you were beautiful all your life, and I understand what they're getting at. You have a well-proportioned face, but that's really all there is to you. The amount of depth that you have as a person is as deep as the skin on your face. On the other hand, your personality is one of the ugliest I've witnessed in my whole life. I suggest you fix that, or else you're definitely going to be regretting it for the rest of your life.
Shut up! You're no one to be scolding me about my life right now. Whatever. You ugly people go well with each other anyways. I'll be able to find someone even richer than you as soon as I start looking. You'll regret not taking my offer right now. Too bad you got blinded by your senses of justice, or whatever it is.
I'm sure I'll be glad to never see you again. If anything, better be prepared to dwell over your sister's life from now on, because I'm going to make her the happiest girl in the world.
Yeah, right.
The two of us are going now. Take care. Good luck finding that handsome guy, I guess.
Ever since then, we absolutely fell in love with each other and ended up getting married within a year after we started dating. Even so, Tori never sent us a message of celebration and sent us a message saying, "I'll marry a rich and handsome guy and end up happier than you two will ever be." After that, we've been unable to reach her ever since. According to our parents, she's been attending matchmaking parties that exclusively include rich males. I heard she's been trying her best, but her bar for the term rich is way too high for most people, so no one even bothers to get to know her as well. Recently, she's been asking every single one of her friends to introduce her to a guy who fits her criteria. But apparently, all of them have been telling her that they can't because it'll lower their reputation too. Hopefully, everything works out for her.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey, Skylar. Was I supposed to receive the invitation that you sent me? Huh? What are you talking about? We just received an invitation in the mail. The invitation to your wedding? You didn't mean to send this to our house, did you? What's wrong with me inviting you to my wedding? We're sisters. I don't see a problem. If anything, it would be odd not to invite you. You're trying to convince me that it would be odd for you not to invite me to your wedding? After everything you did to me. Seriously. Come on, sis, don't be like that. The past is in the past. You haven't invited us to any family gatherings that you planned in years, just because me and my husband didn't go to university. That was our choice to make, and we're not ashamed of it, Skylar. You and your fiancé have treated us horribly up until now. Why would you invite us to your wedding? And why would you think we would go? Come on, Bella, don't be like that. You're starting to scare me. Your sister and her fiancé are inviting you to their wedding. I don't see a reason to turn down the offer. Besides, we decided to invite you because we looked back at our past actions and felt bad about them. That's why we decided to invite you in the first place. I'm so sorry for saying rude things to you back then. I really wasn't myself back then. What's gotten into you? You're starting to scare me. I did everything I could to make you stop doing those horrible things to me, but you never stopped. But now you suddenly feel bad for those things? Did you two get hit by lightning together or something? preparing for the wedding really changed us. It was way more hectic than we first expected it to be. But then we were really motivated by the thought of being able to show our appreciation to everyone who helped us get here. And I realized how you were one of the people who I should credit being right here, right now too. Really? Yeah, you were the nicest person in the world to me when we were just little kids. You would run off to find our parents whenever I started crying. And you would cheer me up when I was disappointed in myself for being unathletic. I do remember those things, but that was back when we were still really close to each other. Those memories helped me realize how important you were to me, but I was foolish enough to let my ego get in the way and make fun of you for not going to college. Even though that doesn't matter at all about a person. I mean, you two just go to show that it doesn't matter whether a person goes to college with your business together. A small web shop is still a huge accomplishment, and I mean it. Look, you're really, really scaring me here. What has gotten into you? Have you really changed? Yes, and I'm sorry for everything I've done up until now. I know I'm asking for a lot right now, but I really do regret everything I've done to you. Charles, this is an emergency. Apparently, Skylar is a whole new person all of a sudden, and she wants us to attend her wedding together.
Oh, so the invitation was legit? Well, I thought she sent a fake invitation or something to us. I wouldn't be surprised if the time, place, and date were all different from the actual thing.
I fully agree, and that's why I'm so surprised. She apologized for everything that's happened up until now, including all of the things she said to us. And she said she would be glad if the two of us showed up to the wedding.
That's amazing. I mean, if she's insisting on it, then why not? We should send an RSPV right away.
Wait, you agree on coming? I'm glad Skylar finally feels differently about all of the things she said to us. But that doesn't change the past, and the fact is, she said those things, and she's done those things. We can't just act like none of that ever happened, right?
I mean, if this is about me, then yes. I can act like nothing ever happened. Because I'm really happy that you're finally starting to get along with your sister again. That's way more important than holding a grudge for what happened in the past.
Charles.
But I also totally understand if you have mixed feelings about the whole thing. Because, I mean, she really was persistent about making us feel like fools for not going to college. Like the way she'd tell us that she wishes our business would go bankrupt every time we saw her. And the way she would make fun of us whenever business would get slow.
Yeah, and it wouldn't hurt just me. It hurt both of us.
But it's still a once-in-a-lifetime type of chance to finally get along with her again. And I feel like that's something worth putting the past behind for. Only good things come from being close and friendly with your siblings, you know. So really, don't mind me, and make the most out of this chance.
You're right. Nothing good comes of me putting my ego first right now. Regardless of everything, I'd still be glad if I could become close with my sister again. I guess it's official then. I'll go let her know that we're coming.
Great. I'll go make sure my schedule's open for that day. We just got a huge order a while ago too, so hopefully nothing comes up where we have to turn down one or the other.
That's true. Business has been busy lately. Thankfully. All right. Let's work hard now so we can go to that wedding without any other worries.
Right on. Plus, we're gonna need some money for a nice present for them too. Alright, let's get to work.
Hey, Skylar. Sorry for bothering you right before the wedding. We noticed that there weren't enough seats for the two of us. Could you redirect us to someone who could show us where our table is? We tried asking the staff close by, but they wouldn't do anything about it. You came! Thank you so much. And also, don't worry about the seats. You can stay as you are. I'll have you two standing while you watch the wedding for today. Very funny. Wait, are you serious? Why wouldn't you prepare seats for us? You should be able to figure out the answer to that question on your own. I thought today was our day to make up for past disagreements. Make up? Why would I bother to make up with an idiot who couldn't even go to college? Ew, do you hear yourself? But you said that you felt bad about the things you did to me up until today. You went out of your way to apologize to me. You're a different person now, aren't you? Don't you want to make up with me? As you could probably have guessed by now, that was a lie to get you two to come to my wedding today. Duh! How could you say that? I've hated you up until now, and I'm going to hate you for as long as I live. And I didn't prepare seats for you because I hate you. Got it? You two idiots can stay standing. I don't get it. If you hate us so much, then you shouldn't have invited us. Why would you lie about feeling bad about the things you've done and that you're trying to make up for everything? It doesn't make sense. It makes complete sense. I wanted to make the two of you feel the way you made me feel on that day. What day? How does it feel standing up while everyone else is sitting down comfortably? Doesn't it make you feel embarrassed and vulnerable? That's the way I've always felt since elementary school. What do you mean? Because no matter what our parents made us do, you were always the one who would get complimented. You were good at everything. But the teachers would always make me stand up and scold me in front of the whole class. They would yell at me for not being able to do the things that my own sister could pull off easily. Just because I was born to be your sister. I've always hated you ever since. You're the reason my life has been so miserable. How is that my fault? That's why I've always focused on my studies, because it was the only thing I could surpass you in. Not the piano, not sports, but schoolwork. And I finally beat you. I graduated one of the most prestigious universities in the country, while you graduated a public high school and never made it to university. I beat you for the first time in my life. But I didn't stop there. So I've been plotting this day ever since. And it's finally here. How do you feel? You really did all of this for that pathetic reason. Say whatever you want. I invited all of my friends from college for today. Therefore, everyone here has at least a bachelor's degree. Everyone other than you two high school graduates. And those two are the only ones who are standing up with nowhere to sit. Because you don't belong here. Isn't it hilarious? You're pathetic. Making what should have been the happiest day of your life into a tool for some stupid revenge. I've done nothing wrong anyways. And my husband is even a bigger victim. He has nothing to do with our personal business. Shut up! I hate you, but I hate that man too. I hate your husband for marrying the person I hate. Every single person in this room is a college graduate or above, and therefore you two are the dumbest people here. What's wrong with making a fool out of those fools? How dare you? You two peasants just stay standing for the rest of the wedding. It really compliments the dumb look on your faces. Whatever, we're going home. Is someone mad? If you're so angry, then why don't you go graduate a college? Maybe I'll prepare a chair for you after that. Oh wait, but given how dumb you are, I guess there's no use. Never mind. You'd never be able to pay for it anyways. Unlike me and my husband, I assume that you and your husband are barely paying your bills with that business of yours, huh? You're not going to keep that smile for long, sis. And I won't be listening to any apologies later on. What? This is the last time you'll ever be hearing from us again. The two of us who don't even deserve chairs will be going home now. But remember that I will never forgive you for going out of your way and lying just to make us feel dehumanized. I've been holding it in for so long, but I won't hold back anymore. I will make you regret this. Hey guys, some high school graduate is threatening me. Help! Go home if you're gonna go home, peasant. Bella, what did you do to my husband's company? Oh, hey Skylar. What do you mean, what did I do? My husband just called in crying that his boss is furious at him because one of the company's clients called him out. And now the deal that he was working on was completely canceled. He's panicking that every single job that he's working on right now is falling apart in relation to this. Oh my, what a pity. He's supposed to be managing the opening of a new location right now, and that client was taking care of the interior of that particular location that was being built. But since the client is mad at him, everything's falling apart. The tables and seats and everything else that was supposed to arrive aren't coming anymore. And now he says that they won't make it to the open date anymore, or if they'll even get to open the store altogether. Wow, he was given the privilege of managing a newly opening location, but he couldn't even pull off opening it? That's a huge blow on his career, huh? I'm sure his boss is very, very angry at him now. Quit the dumb act. I know you know something about this. Apparently that client is actually you and your husband's company, right? How is this possible? Why is a dumb little company like yours clients with the company of my husband works at? This makes no sense. My husband works at a pretty big place. I mean, how am I supposed to answer that question? It seems to me that you already know everything I could explain to you right now. Oh, and the reason our company is a client of your husband's company is because our business is going very well and we're popular. That's why. When did you two grow your company to this scale? I don't know, but apparently a furniture store specified in importing vintage pieces was a business scheme that everyone had been overlooking, and we caught it. It's true our company is still pretty small, but me and my husband have a great eye when it comes to choose the items. So our clients range from small restaurants to corporate-level companies. What? Yeah, I mean, not that I would ever expect you to be interested in a business ran by two high school graduates. But I guess no matter what level of education, it all comes down to the passion and hard work. We learned French, German, Chinese, Japanese, etc., so that we could bargain in the seller's native language. And now we have clients all over the world who offer us reasonable prices. When did all of this happen? Out of all people, you're able to speak that many languages? Yes, me, out of all people. Since you people are on such a high horse, I contacted your headquarters. That you probably don't need furniture from peasants to make the business work, right? This has to be a joke. How could so many coincidences happen at once? I didn't know your company was so popular, and I didn't know you and my husband were clients. This isn't fair. You didn't tell me all of this before I did what I did. Yeah, I figured that your husband probably wouldn't have recognized us just by seeing our faces. Since you decided not to invite us to any of the family gatherings, and you wouldn't expect to see a client at your wedding, right? On the other hand, my husband and I knew from the beginning because Mom showed us a picture of your husband on the day after sealing the deal. How dare you do all of this to us? Just because we didn't prepare your seats for our wedding? You're trying to ruin our lives for that? And if you're going to take revenge, then don't bring my husband into this. Aw, so heartwarming to see a wife caring for her husband. But I hate you and I hate your husband for marrying the person I hate, so... What? The exact same lines that you said to me at the wedding. You hate my husband, right? and you invited him with me to the wedding and made him go through the same embarrassing experience, didn't you? So, I did the same thing to you. This is not the same thing. Apart from marrying you, he also made a huge mistake when he decided to make fun of me and my husband with you for not having a college education. This is personal, so what's wrong with taking revenge on him too? But you're going too far. This has an effect on his work, on his whole career. Please, just don't bring my husband into this anymore. I won't do anything to you guys, just please finish this deal with him as his client. I'm begging you. Or else we don't know what the company might do to him. I thought I warned you that I wouldn't be accepting any apologies after leaving that wedding. Please. Therefore, I won't be sending anything to your husband. Good luck with life from now on. My husband and I are very busy making deals with big companies right now. I can't believe you. My husband just got fired. Are you happy now? Does this really make you happy? Because since you two decided not to send any of the furniture, the opening date was set back multiple times and his boss cut him. Yes, we received a very neat and long letter of apology by the headquarters of his company, that they're very sorry for the unethical actions taken by their employee. The apologies and requests were starting to get annoying, so we ended up sending the furniture in the end, actually. But I guess that still wasn't enough to save him from being fired, huh? I won't forgive you two for this, and neither will my husband. He's furious that you two uneducated small business owners got in his way. Oh no, please don't. It's too late for apologies now. We'll write every single detail about your horrible products and how harmful they were to us, and that everything in the store is ugly. In fact, I've already left several one-star reviews on this store. I see. So the reviews that have been posted lately were all written by you and your husband, huh? Well, I guess we have our proof then. I'll be using screenshots from this conversation as evidence to sue you. What kind of crime should I sue you for? What? Just know that I'll be taking all measures necessary to sue you completely. We will not be accepting any apologies for this incident either. As the owner of this company, I will not be tolerating any of these illegal attacks on our business. Owner of the business? Mr. Charles?
Yes, I'll be talking with you from here on as the owner. If you have any complaints about our current decision, please be sure to contact us through a lawyer.
What do you mean you're going to sue us? You have got to be joking about this lawyer thing. You should know that we can't afford that right now. And stay out of this. This is between me and my sister. Do you think you can just assault me like this? I'm your wife's sister.
I thought you two weren't sisters anymore. Bella told me on the day of your wedding that she will be taking legal procedures to cut all relations with you. Therefore, you two are strangers. And all you are to me is an enemy who attacked our business. Therefore, I will be seeing you in court.
What?
I'll tell you this beforehand, but we are not looking for an unofficial settlement. I'll make you a criminal, and I will leave a mark on your record. Please know that.
A mark on my record? Whoa. Let's slow down here. You don't mean you're going to call the cops on me, do you?
That's exactly what I mean. If you get a criminal record, then maybe you'll finally learn. I personally think that no matter what the reason, it's fine to hate whatever you hate. Even if you hate Bella for being able to do everything other than schoolwork better than you, I think that's only natural. I think it's okay. But you should know that just because you hate someone, that doesn't mean you're allowed to do anything to them. So I'll help you learn that lesson.
Wait. Are you serious?
Very, very serious. It becomes very difficult to go back to carrying a normal life once you have a criminal record. Employers won't hire you, and you won't have as much trust in society, so face that reality and take in what you've done to us.
You can't just do this to us. Leaving the two of us unemployed right after we got married?
I mean, we can't just forgive you anymore, so You had your chance to be forgiven for everything you've done to us, but you decided to throw it away and put yourself in this situation. I'm a nice guy myself, but what you did at the wedding just wasn't right.
Please, I'm begging you. You're not being yourself, Mr. Charles. You're not like this. You're always smiling, and you're always nice.
Well, now you know that it's a serious situation when a truly nice person becomes mad. I let everything slide up until that wedding. But what happened there was just terrible of you, unforgivable. You should have seen the look on my wife's face when she found out that there were no seats for us, and you never meant anything you said prior to that. I won't forgive anyone who made my wife that heartbroken.
No, I didn't mean it.
Please make sure not to contact me or my wife ever again. If you ever have anything to say, then contact us through a lawyer. My wife and I will be going now. Good luck with life.
After that, it took a while, but me and my husband were able to win in court, allowing us to leave a criminal record on my sister and her husband. Apparently, my sister called on my relatives as if they were victims. But everyone knew what she had done to me at the wedding, so no one helped the two recover from their loss at court. On top of that, thanks to their criminal record, they weren't able to find a new job. I heard they even yelled at an employer for not hiring them, even though they were college graduates. On the other hand, my husband and I are continuing to work hard every day. We've been receiving more and more jobs, so we're thinking of opening new stores and expanding our business.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
I'm sorry, Catherine, but from now on, I'll be taking Alex from you, okay? What kind of reason is that? The two of you get back here right now. I don't even get why you think texting me something like that was such a good way to try and end things. I'm not gonna let you off the hook, Nicole. I don't really care if you're okay with this or not. That's why I think the two of us should just calm down now. But he just took your older sister's fiancé from her. Why the hell would you do something so horrible to me? For how long have the two of you been dating behind my back? We only just started going out with each other. Alex and his friends came into the bar I've been working part-time at, and after talking for a little while, they asked me to join them for drinks after my shift finished. And so I did. And then from there, the two of us started to really get into one another, and that's how we started dating. What? Maybe I'm the reason some stick in the mud like you ended up losing your fiancé and chance at marriage. I'm sure once he got a taste of me and my fantastic character, he no longer needed you around. You should be thankful that I was able to save him from your grips when he was looking for something a bit more colorful with another woman. Excuse me? I'm gonna be honest, I've always hated the idea of you. You were the more serious of us two, and Mom and Dad always seemed to care more about you. You did so well in high school and in college and always ended up finishing at the top. And when it came to you finding a job, you landed a spot in a very large and still growing company. And even after all of that, you decided to find a man that was going to marry you. That's disgusting to me. So for the longest time, I just thought it would be nice if at least once I could do better than you. You're kidding me. That's going to be your reason for stealing my fiancé away from me? Well, to be frank, I didn't think this would work out so well for me, but Alex turned out to be a lot more into me than I was expecting. I think he really wasn't happy with the effort you put into the relationship you guys had before. Huh? All I had to do was show him a little loving, and he immediately told me that he loved me. He said that I'm way more cute than you, and know how to have fun. He then said that if he had to choose who to make his wife, he'd rather have me over you. What? And I've been hearing from both Mom and Dad that they want me to hurry up and find a life of my own outside their house. So now that I have your man with me, I'll be leaving. I'll make sure to do what you never could and make Alex one big, happy man for you. Hey Alex, do you really plan to just throw away the plans you and I had together? Are you really okay with running away with Nicole and starting a life with her?
Yeah, I plan on marrying Nicole now. But having to marry your little sister after saying I would marry you? I don't think that'll go over well with your parents. And so that's why I think the two of us are gonna have to stay away from you guys forever and have our wedding.
We've been dating for 5 years, and I was so happy to have you finally propose to me. So why the hell would you throw me away like this? Was there something so wrong with me that make you choose that path?
Well, there was, yeah. If you want me to make this blunt, I'd say that dating you always tired me out a lot. You were always way too serious about everything. I was fine with that at first, but being with someone as perfect as you started to put loads of pressure on me.
Huh?
You ended up graduating from a university far better than mine, and with the work you found, you're making way more money than me in a year. And when it comes to your cooking and cleaning, you're just too perfect. You've even started to diet for the wedding we had planned on, and you've lost 20 pounds. Being next to someone that is so perfect and always does everything right, it's tough.
You're saying that's all been tough on you? I remember you telling me something completely different when we started dating. You said that you liked all of those things about me, right? You would always cheer me on doing so well, but now you're saying that was too much for you?
Of course, when we first started going out, I really liked all of that about you. But come on, you being that perfect just wore me out. It made me feel like I was never good enough for you and just a mess. And it always hurt me thinking that way.
Really?
If maybe you were bad at cooking, or maybe didn't do chores that well, at least then I would have accepted you more as wife material.
Hold on, Alex. You told me a while back that you didn't like my cooking or the way I did chores, so I went through all the hard work to make myself perfect for you. And now you're saying you don't like that and want me to have some weak points? I went through days and weeks of learning how to do better and how to cook all the meals you liked, and now you're telling me I've been doing too well and that it's tired you out? You can't say things like that to me, Alex.
Shut up. I don't expect for you to understand how I'm feeling right now. Unlike you, my education is less, and the money I make is less. Can't you see that living in your shadow for years now has made me feel insignificant?
Alex!
So unlike you, your little sister is perfect for being at my side. No matter where I take her, she always praises me for taking her to places she's never seen before. Whenever I do anything with her, she's so cute and tells me how well I'm doing. Even when I just take her out to eat fast food, she'll say how happy she is I'm paying for her. I guess men can never resist a woman that actually looks up to them as their man of the house.
I see. So you never got any of those reactions from me then, huh?
When it comes to a married couple, the love they show for each other goes both ways. But when one is perfect compared to the other, they begin to tire the other one out. I'm happy that you and I were able to be together, but now that I've just seen how perfect you are, I think you'd be better off by yourself so that you can continue to be better than everyone else. See ya!
Catherine, I plan on coming back to Mom and Dad's house today, and so I plan on also taking over your room, okay? Wait, Nicole? I saw that while Alex and I have been away from everyone, you ended up going back to Mom and Dad's house, right? So that must mean you've been living in my bedroom while I've been gone, right? I'd like for you to give me my room back now. I'm sorry, but it's time for you to leave their house again. I'll be needing that room back by today. Wait a second, Nicole. Why are you coming back here now? The whole reason that Mom and Dad brought me back to live with them is because they were completely shocked by the way you ran off with Alex and married him. Yet now you think you can come back and live here? Well, actually, Alex and I have split up, and that's why I'll be coming home now. You guys broke up? But didn't you tell me the whole reason you took him from me was because you made him so much happier? I heard that you guys have already gotten married to each other than everything. Well, I found out that he wasn't as happy with me as I first thought, so that's why the two of us got a divorce. What? I mean, Alex turned out to be a bit more of a handful man than I first thought he'd be. If I didn't tell him how happy I was about him every other moment that we were together, he'd get all upset with me and throw a fit. And he'd even start getting all childish and say that because he didn't make me happy anymore, he no longer paid for my food at restaurants, even though we were married. So after a little bit of dealing with his attitude, I just couldn't do it anymore. And that's the reason for you two to get a divorce? Also, you think that because I'm so cute and he was able to get a young wife like me, he'd work harder to make more money for us, right? Well, after 3 years, he still wasn't making any more than he was when we met first. I thought if he could be with someone as amazing as you, he'd at least be able to make a lot of money himself. Yet, he never once got a raise or anything, so I told him it was over. And so you think you can just casually come home now? I can't believe you're not even embarrassed by any of that. Huh? Why would I be embarrassed? There's tons of people that return to their parents' house after getting divorced. However, in my case, my room has been taken over by you. I can't believe you'd do something like that to me. The only one I can't believe is you. Mom, Dad, and myself have no plans forever forgiving you for what you did. So go out and find a place to live at by yourself because you're not welcome back here. I can't. I don't even have the money right now to get a place for my own. And while living together with Alex for a while, I began to miss the easy life I had back with Mom and Dad. When I didn't have parents around to do all the cooking and cleaning for me, it felt like a nightmare. So that's why I'll definitely be coming home. I should have known you'd be that self-centered. And that's why I chose to sell most of your things, and I'll be using the money to take care of my shopping. Wait, you sold my things? Wait! Where the hell are you right now, Nicole? I thought you told me you were only just starting to coming back home right now. Huh? Actually, I've been home for a little bit now. I saw that you guys had changed the lock to the house and all, but the back sliding door was open, so I chose to let myself in. And then I went right to your room and put them all on social media, and they sold. What? And so, with that, I'd like you to go live on your own now. You don't even have a room here anymore. And I'm sorry, but I had all my things delivered here today, so I'm already unpacking. But I've already been living on my own already. Huh? I still don't understand why you'd break into the house on your own and then end up selling all the things in that room. There's really no hope left for a child like you. Wait, so you've already gone back to living on your own again? That's strange. I heard that after losing your fiancé, you ended up moving back in with Mom and Dad. That's right, and to keep Mom and Dad from worrying about you and me, I ended up going home to them. But right after that, we chose to sell that house and move out. Huh? You sold the house? And then, after we'd done that, I went back to living on my own again. Mom and Dad went and moved into a condo, and that's where they're living at the moment. What the heck? I never knew about any of that. Why would you guys sell that place without ever telling me? Shut the hell up, Nicole. It's your fault in the first place that we chose to never speak to you again about anything ever again. Huh? Why are you blaming me for this? The story of you and Alex running away from us after you stole him from me started to spread around the neighborhood, and then they'd always come to us about it, and it was completely embarrassing. No matter what we tried to do or where we tried to go, everyone was talking about how we did something wrong to upset you two, and that's why you ran. And since we could never get anyone to shut up about you guys, we had to end up running ourselves. Whoa, so that all happened when I was gone, huh? We thought that at some point everyone would just leave us alone and we could wait until then, but over time more and more people would come by and say things to us, and it was driving us mad. Luckily, at the time we all were fed up, Dad was able to get his retirement and we were able to sell that house. Is that so? And because of that, I chose to go back to living on my own. And Mom and Dad wanted to relax somewhere far away, and that's why they chose to move into a condo resort. Huh? Wait a minute. So, the things that I chose to sell have nothing to do with you? That's right. None of us live in that house anymore. Well, then who's the things that I ended up selling and throwing away? It's none of your things, and you guys ended up selling this place? Whose things were all of those? I have no clue. We left that house to be sold by realtors. I heard that they might have turned out to renting the house out. Maybe those things that were in there belong to the realtors or something like that. But Mom and Dad and I have no idea who's living there now. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap! So that means that I have just broken into the house and sold the things of someone I don't know? I really just did something that I really shouldn't have done, right? Yeah, normally that'd be something that the police would have to get involved with, and that's why I took the liberty of calling them for whoever owns that house. I think that both the police and the realtors will be showing us there soon now. So just hang tight and stay quiet so that they can handle everything for you. What? You're lying about calling the police on me, right? Did you really just sell me out to the police? I can't just look away from a crime, and so I'll be going now.
Catherine, it's been a while. Are you doing all right for yourself?
Oh, hi Alex. I'm doing all right here, but I'd assume you're in need of help. I heard about it already from Nicole, but the two of you got divorced.
Yeah, I was finally able to get away from her, and things feel a whole lot better. Being married to Nicole was the worst experience of my life. I honestly wonder why I even chose to marry her in the first place.
Huh?
At first, I thought it was cute how she always relied on me for everything, but things never changed between us as she never got any better. She never worked a job, and she'd barely be able to get any of the housework done. That whole time, it just felt as though I was the one doing everything. Having to live with someone like that really burned me out.
But wasn't that the kind of marriage you wanted? After all, you didn't want to have to marry someone as perfect as me, right? That's the reason you said you loved Nicole and you ran off with her to get married.
Well, I finally realized what happened there. I was too naive at the time to realize that I really should have stayed with someone that was better than me. In reality, I have always still loved you, actually. So please, Catherine, can you and I get married?
What?
I'm sorry for hurting you 3 years ago. I really must have left you with sad memories of the day Nicole and I ran away from you and your family. But I promise from now on that I'll make all of that up to you by making you the happiest girl. I'll show you that I can be a man that doesn't create stupid situations and cause you embarrassment. And I will never again say something as selfish as you being too perfect for me and tiring me out. So please marry me.
I'm sorry, I have my wedding tomorrow.
What? Your wedding? You're going to be getting married tomorrow then?
Yes, I started going out with an awesome man, and so we're getting married, and even the kind of man that respects all the effort I've put into becoming who I am, and strives to become perfect himself. He told me that he wants to be with me, not only because he loves me, but because he sees my achievements as something he wants to set as his own goals.
No, that guy is definitely lying to you. I'm sure he'll just end up like me from the past, and leave you right before the wedding. I think if you plan to get married, you should come back to me.
Thank you for worrying about me, but I'll be fine. The man I'm with now graduated from the same college as me, and he's even started working within the same company as me too.
What?
Unlike you, he seems to enjoy being with me and only feels the pressure to fight as hard as I do to succeed. And when I told him about the reasons why you left me for Nicole, he started to burst out laughing about you. He said you had all the wrong reasons for feeling pressured. I just had to tell him that you were a pathetic man.
What? Excuse me?
He even told me that even if either one of us begins to make far more than the other, he'd never let that be a reason to leave me. He said that having someone close to him that was strong enough to make large amounts of money makes him feel so happy inside, and that'll be the man that I marry tomorrow.
Wait, Catherine, I finally come around to noticing that as well. So don't you think it'd be easier to come back to me?
I'm going to say no, thank you. Well, now I have to start getting myself prepared for the wedding tomorrow. Have a good one, Alex. What am I going to do, Catherine? I was just given a bill from the realtors asking me to pay them back $20,000 for all the things I sold. They're telling me that if I don't get the money to them soon, that I'll be taken away by the police. Wait, you still haven't gone to jail yet? Those are some really kind realtors then. They aren't kind at all. They're asking me for $20,000. How would I ever be able to just have that kind of money laying around right now? But you have the money from selling all your things as well as the money from the divorce, right? That should be enough to pay all of it. Well, if it's not too much to ask, can you help me out with this a little? You're working for a large company with a huge salary right now, right? So you should already have a lot saved up in your savings, right? I do, but I'm not going to help you. Then can you at least tell me where Mom and Dad moved to so that I can go and see them? I tried yesterday to call both of them for some reason. Neither of them picked up. I really just wanted to go back to living with them. I want to live together with Mom and Dad again. But you showed us that you wanted to be away from them. For the rest of your life, when you ran away with Alex, you told the both of them to shut up and just let you go. Yet now you're asking for them to take you back in after all you did? I don't get it. Especially when it was all your fault for even having to sell our old house. Well, that was, Well, I guess if you'd like, you can go talk to them. But I remember them both telling me very clearly that they don't want to see you anymore. They are both telling me that now, actually, as we speak. Right now? So you guys are all together right now? Well, yeah, today's the day of my wedding, right? They're here right now to celebrate the wedding of their only daughter, after all. What? You're getting married today? Because of you taking that dirtbag Alex away from me, I was able to find a much more appropriate man for me to live with. So I have to say thank you for that. But since you stole my fiancé from me, I will never be forgiving you. Now, have a great time with the police. You don't have the money, so you might as well make it easy for everyone and go to jail. After After that, Nicole went around to anyone she could find asking them to give her some money to help her pay off her troubles, and it seems she was able to make that happen. However, because she had to give all her money to them, she's now stuck working nights at a local bar in town every day of the week. But I've heard from rumors that everything has really gotten to her, and she's now doing worse than ever trying to gamble her money away for a lucky hit. And to make things worse, she started working at a strip club to make a little extra cash. But with her gambling problems only getting worse, she's now going to even further into debt trying to fight her stress. And as for Alex, he had tried going back to live with his parents again, but they already knew about what he'd done and told him to never show his face to them ever again. Right now, he's working at a toy factory in town. And on his days off, he's trying as hard as he can to find someone that'll marry him. But because he's holding such terrible standards for all the women he meets, like them having to make more money than him, and that they have to be perfect at doing housework, he hasn't found anyone willing to be with him.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey sis, are you there? I heard something was going on with you, but I'm glad that everything seems to have settled down now. I always knew that you were so nice, but I can't believe that you put yourself through all of that just for me. You really are too kind. Do you know that? Tracy, I really wasn't doing what I did for your sake, you know. I broke off my engagement with my fiancé because I caught you two having an affair with each other. Well, I know, but you were engaged to a CEO. You know that it's always been my dream to marry a rich man, right? I don't even know what to say to something like that. Is that supposed to be an excuse? Well, I've just always wanted to live like a spoiled princess, you know? I really don't know. What in the world does that even mean in this day and age? Besides, where did a dream like this even come from? It isn't like we were horribly poor or fantastically rich growing up. Well, I know, but that doesn't mean that I can't want to marry someone who is really rich, because if I did that, then I would never have to work another day in my life. And now I found that man after all this time. It really is like a real-life Cinderella story, isn't it? I don't remember the scene in Cinderella where one of the ugly sisters steals her prince away. Are you sure we were watching the same movie growing up? Oh, come on. You can't actually be mad at me for taking him for myself, right? Don't you know that all's fair in love and war? You just gotta get over this. You think this is something someone can just get over? This isn't a toy or something that you stole from me this time. We aren't kids anymore. You're right. We're adults, and I think that you're forgetting your place right now. I stole your fiancé from you, and that's a fact. You just need to accept the fact that you've been dumped for the better woman. You think I've been dumped? Please, I wouldn't have taken Jerome back if he came begging for me to take him back. I wonder if you have any idea just how pathetic and desperate you sound. I really don't care what you have to say about this anymore. I am through with the both of you. You really don't get it. You aren't the one calling the shots here. Jerome left you for me. Do you understand that? And it's because you weren't enough for him. He chose me over you because it's clear that I'm the better choice. And that's why we had an affair behind your back, because you couldn't make your fiancé happy and now he's left you. I really don't care how you try and frame it. It is true that Jerome cheated on me and that's why we're not getting married. But do you see me crying and moaning over losing him? Whatever, I just know that you've gotten better at hiding it now. But you've always been a little crybaby ever since we were little. Now who's the one trying to act all tough? We both know that you were the one who would resort to tears right away. You're just trying to project your feelings onto me, but it's not going to work. You think that I'm crying over getting your fiancé? As if. I think it's hilarious. I couldn't be happier about this. You have no idea how long it's been my dream to marry someone like a CEO and never have to work again. It's like my whole life has been leading to this moment. You really have no idea what you're talking about, do you? But whatever, what's done is done. Oh, come on! You can't just be taking it that easy. Can't you send me a message in all caps or shout at me over the phone or something at least? I'm not going to do that, but you should know that Jerome is not a CEO. What in the world are you talking about? Of course he's a CEO. He's the boss of the company that you work for, isn't that right? Actually, we have joint management of the company, if you must know. Hold on a second. What is that supposed to mean? How can you both manage the company? Well, I actually started the company with my startup capital. Jerome just snuck his way up the ranks using connections of his. The company is, however, all mine. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. What in the world are you talking about? I mean that when we first met while working for different companies, I had just established mine, and as it grew, Jerome showed interest in helping out. Then we started to talk about getting married. After I got pregnant, the board insisted that I have a co-manager in case anything happened to me, and they selected Jerome. So then, you two had the same job at the same time, but the company was really yours? But then, I don't get it. Are you telling me that you're also the CEO of a company? I would say I'm more CEO than Jerome. After all, it was my money that began the company. And I'd double check about Jerome still being a CEO since he would have been fired by now. Fired? What do you mean by that? I mean that once the board found out that Jerome was cheating on me, they asked him to step down and began a full investigation into him. It turns out that he was using company money to take you out for meals and on dates. So the board had more than enough evidence to fire Jerome right then and there. In fact, I believe all of this happened last week. Last week? Are you sure? He hasn't told me anything about any of this. Well, you might want to go and try talking to him about some of this in that case. But then, doesn't this mean that Jerome isn't even a CEO and that I won't actually be marrying a really rich guy? That's what you're worried about? I tell you that Jerome was embezzling from the company, something he could go to jail for, and that's all you care about? You're just lucky the board already agreed not to press charges as long as Jerome pays the money back. Of course, we are prepared to press charges if that doesn't happen. But I was supposed to live life like a princess. I thought I had stolen your man away from you with my charm and good looks. But now you're telling me that the man I stole from you doesn't even have a job? Yeah, and I don't imagine he has much in the way of savings given how lavishly Jerome likes to live. But why didn't you say anything about this to me sooner? You should have warned me about him. Ugh, I never want to talk to you again. Are you really saying that to me? Oh, that message isn't showing up as read. Well, okay then. Have a nice life, sis.
Hey Mabel, are you there? What the heck is the matter with you, huh? Why the heck did you have to go and tell your sister that I wasn't the CEO of our company anymore, huh?
First of all, it isn't our company. It's always been my company. Second of all, don't be upset just because I told my sister the truth. Not only about your job, but also all about how you were fired. After all, it's not like I ever promised that I wouldn't tell her.
You little... Don't you realize what you've done? Now she doesn't want to marry me anymore. You've messed up my whole life with this.
Oh, so you mean you've managed to fumble marrying 2 women now? You've really got to work on that, Jerome.
You would like to think so, wouldn't you? But it shows what you know.
And just what is that even supposed to mean, huh?
I mean that I wanted to see how you would react. The truth is that I talked to your sister and smoothed things out. So we're still going to be getting married.
And just what kind of lies did you have to tell her to get her to go along with that?
I told her that the reason I chose to step down from my position as CEO of our company is so that I can do and start my own company. And I've already been preparing for this for a long, long time. After all, I was the one who took our company to where it is today. I know all about how to raise a successful company from the ground up now.
You're really going to start a company all by yourself?
What? Like it's hard? I'm going to start a company and it's going to grow far beyond what you could ever imagine. I'll dominate the industry and become untouchable.
Well, you might know how to found a company, but that doesn't mean that you're any good as a manager. And I don't think you've ever shown any promise there anyways.
Are you kidding me? You're just jealous because I left you and our company to go start my own with my new woman.
You can't actually think that I'm jealous of either you or my sister, right? You realize how stupid you sound, don't you?
Whatever. You're the one who doesn't know what you're talking about. Tracy and I are going to live happily ever after while your company just crumbles without me. Just stay out of my way and never try to interfere with my life again.
I really don't care what you and my sister choose to do with your lives, but you do realize that you need capital to start a business, right? Do you have that kind of money? Because I know that you still owe me for the legal fees from your affair.
You think a genius like me needs to waste my brain power on small details like that? I have big plans, and when I tell them to the bank, they're going to have to give me my loan. And I'll get the loan and start my company and have everything up and running in 6 months.
6 months, huh? You really think you can handle doing all that in such little time? Well, in that case, I want you to pay me what you owe me right now.
This is why you always used to get on my nerves. The second you saw that I was going anywhere in life, you would always find a way to try and hold me back. Why can't you just be more like your sister and let me do whatever I want without making little comments on it?
If you've got a problem with constructive criticism now, just wait until you're in a boardroom meeting. Besides, you knew that I was like this when we first started dating. Did you really expect me to change?
You know, I never even wanted to be engaged to you, but I knew that it was the only way to hold on to my position and my power. But then I met your sister, and I realized I didn't have to sell my soul to live like this. What your sister and I have is true love, and it's going to give us the success we need.
Well, I really do hate to stomp on your dreams, but let's just hope that it's true love that you two have.
Of course it is! We've tied together and nothing is ever going to come between us.
Well, good luck with that. I just hope that you two can stay together long enough to be married.
You'll see. We'll prove you wrong. We'll prove everyone wrong. And then you'll realize that you should have never underestimated me. Just now that I'm never going to work with your company again. So when I'm dominating the industry, you'll have to struggle just to keep the lights on.
Well, you have to go found your own company and get it off the ground first, so good luck with that. And do hurry up and send me the money that you owe me, okay?
Oh, you'll just have to wait for that. But don't worry. Once I have all my success, I'll be sure to pay you back that money with interest. And then you'll realize that that's only a taste of the wealth I'll have. Then you'll see how wrong you were about me.
Hey there, Mabel. I just thought you should know Jerome and I moved in together. At first, I was worried about all the things you were telling me about him, like how he wasn't a real CEO or how he embezzled from the company. But then he finally started his own company, and now we've moved into an amazing condo, and we're the happiest that we've ever been. It's amazing. You moved into a condo together with Jerome? Because I haven't even heard anything about him creating a new company. Well, I suppose that's probably because Jerome just runs in different circles from you, doesn't he? This is where we're going to move into. He told me that he already paid for the condo and that they're just getting it ready for us. Oh, wait a second. I think I recognize that view. Isn't that Mammoth Towers? You mean even you've heard of this amazing luxury condo building? Yeah, I have, actually. Do you know what room you're going to be living in? And just why would I share that with you? Don't tell me that you're going to try to break in and try to steal Jerome away from me. Because you should know that the building has guards in it and someone like you won't be allowed in. Right. Well, in that case, I guess you shouldn't worry about telling me the room number. Whatever. If you must know, the room number is 2305. So you're on the 23rd floor then? That's right. We're almost at the very top of the building. I've never gotten to stay in a place so nice. We're finally going to have our happily ever after. Well, it's just kind of funny because that's my unit. Wait, what? What in the world are you talking about? Do you really think I'm going to buy a lie like that? You have to come up with something better. I'm not kidding you at all. I own unit number 2305 in Mammoth Towers. Oh, just stop it already. Jerome sent me that photo from his phone. He was inside the unit and everything. There's no way that you own the building that we're about to move into. That doesn't make any sense at all. Well, yes, I'll say the interior does look like it's changed a lot. Although you should know that I got that unit because we bought it from Jerome's parents. But the building was under his dad's name for a while. Well, now you're not making any sense at all. How can it be your unit if it's under Jerome's dad's name? Okay, I guess I'll have to explain the whole thing then. So, that building was finished about a year ago. Around then, Jerome's dad thought to invest in the building company, thinking he would see some big returns. He bought a unit hoping to make a quick buck flipping it, but he wasn't able to pay for the whole thing. So then he came to me and asked me to buy it. So then, you're telling me that you bought this unit from Jerome's dad who couldn't afford to get one himself? Pretty much, yeah. But now that I look at this photo, I can see that this is from when Jerome's dad still took care of the place. And that's why it's so different from how I have the unit looking now. But this can't be right. I mean, Jerome said that he and I would be moving in there. I already have my bags packed and everything. Well, I don't know what to tell you, except that it's not Jerome's place to choose what to do with it. How could you do this to us? What's the matter with you? I didn't do anything. In fact, you were the one who said that you never wanted to talk to me again. So how is this all coming back on to me? Because we're supposed to go and live in that big condo building. We were supposed to have our happily ever after there. Why do you always have to ruin things for me, Mabel? You're the worst sister ever. Look, I know this is probably a lot for you to take right now, but you can't blame this on me. But it's not just now. You've always stolen everything I wanted from me, even when we were little. I didn't steal anything from you. In fact, you would always take from me. Whenever I tried to get it back, you would instantly start crying to get Mom and Dad on your side. But it's not fair. I want to live in that big condo. It should be all mine. Well, it was never yours nor Jerome's to begin with. A while ago, Jerome's dad needed money right away and offered to sell me the condo for the price he had put into it. I bought it and have been living there for a while. That's how I know that the interior looks different now. I don't know why Jerome thinks you two are moving in, but it's just not going to happen. If anything, I think that this is just one small part of a much larger lie that he's telling you. But this really isn't my problem anymore. Please don't bother me with stuff like this ever again. It turns out that when it was time to move, Jerome ended up taking my sister to go and move in with his parents. Apparently, they were in serious debt, and this was part of the plan to use Jerome and Tracy to pay off their debts. Tracy was messaging me, begging to help get her out of there, but I just read her texts and then blocked her number. She tried living with them for a couple of months, just hoping that this was all part of Jerome's plan to start his own company. Of course, he had never really even begun the process and was lying to Tracy this whole time about his intentions. I heard later from my parents that they ended up bailing out Tracy and rescuing her from her in-laws' house. Now, both my mom and dad are keeping a very close eye on Tracy and making sure she finds a job and learns some responsibility. As for me, life went on as normal. Nothing Jerome or Tracy did really ever had a chance to affect me. I told my parents that I wouldn't be doing anything to support my sister, and they understood and agreed with me.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.